Hi guys, Paul and Thomas here.
Hello.
And this is the Coptergeist CGX-250. And it's a pretty nifty little multirotor, isn't it?
Yes. Bells talk.
Yes, we've got little birds chirping away and all that. They won't be quiet, so unfortunately we have to just put up with them in the background. Anyway, we'll run you through exactly what this current configuration is in terms of what we've got set up here. And what we'll do later on is show you what actually comes in the kit. So I'll run you through exactly why we've got this set up and what bits and pieces that we're actually running on this multirotor. Okay, so internally what we're running as a flight controller, we're running the Nano Wii. So that's the board that we're actually using at the moment. And the reason we're running the Nano Wii is because we didn't get the NAS Air 32 boards in time. But we've got 4 of those now, so they'll go on the next build. And as far as a receiver, we're using a 2-way telemetry receiver. It's a full-size receiver. And we're running one of those $30 cameras from surveillzone.com. So I'll have a link in the description for all these bits and pieces. As far as transmitter, we're using this one of the Foxtex 32 channel transmitters. And the antenna is just a skew planer?
Cloverleaf.
Cloverleaf. I always get those two mixed up. And basically what I've got is almost a half-size ping pong ball there protecting it, just so when it goes for tumbles, it doesn't actually do any damage to the antenna. And that's working really well, isn't it, at the moment?
Yes.
So as far as motors go, we're using the SunnySkys. These are the 2,300 kV motors that are really, really hard to get. We got these from Multirotor Gear. And they're also Gemfans that we're running. They're 5x3 props. And as far as batteries go, we're running these Rhino batteries. They're is this one a 30C?
I don't know. We have 30 and 25Cs, I think.
That's right. So we're running, this was a 30C, but we've got 30C and 25C batteries that we're running only because we couldn't get high C ratings at the time. They weren't available. And these seem to be working quite well. I think I'm getting around about 6 minutes flight time on this.
Yeah, I'm getting around 6 minutes too.
So if I'm flying really economically, I can probably squeeze, I'd say, probably 8 minutes out of it if I'm really, really being economical. But if I'm using the throttle a fair bit, it's going to obviously reduce the flight time. It just depends how hard you fly with it. We are also running LEDs on the front and also the back. And that's just basically for the low light flying and nighttime flying. It actually works during the day too, doesn't it?
Yes.
It makes it really easy to spot the quadcopters when you're following each other, so that works really, really well. Now what I've also done is if you look at the bottom of this quad, I'm not sure how well you're going to see this mess that I've created, but anyway, what you've got is these little, what are they? They're dampeners. Dampeners, yeah, and they're just using hot glue to hold them in place. The good thing about these is it just gives a little bit of dampening when it lands, so I'm not doing any damage to the nuts and bolts below the frame. So it just helps look after the frame. The downside is if you do end up skimming along the ground, they will grab and it means your quadcopter will actually flip. So something to be aware of. Now this frame was the first frame that we received from Coptergeist, yes. It's slightly different to the frames that they're producing now. They've made some changes to them. And I'll run through those in a minute and show you exactly what you get in the package and what options are actually available with this quadcopter. So this is the Mobius and it's inside this case. I know I'll get some questions about this case, but I'll have some links in the description and work out whether I'm happy with the design or not. And we'll touch base on that a little bit later on about that. But anyway, as far as the dampening system goes that comes with the Coptergeist, it really works well, doesn't it, Thomas?
Yeah, it makes a massive difference in the video. I
didn't actually expect these dampeners to work at all, and they work phenomenally well. So I'm really, really pleased with those. Doing a fantastic job. I've got no jello at all on this quadcopter at all. You'll see the footage a little bit later on. Anyway, there's no jello at all, really, is there?
No, nothing.
So anyway, we'll go through and run through what you actually get with the kit. So this is the packaging you typically receive from Coptergeist for the CGX-250, and I'll run you through exactly what comes in the package. So what you have is your 3 frame sections, and we'll go through those in a minute. You also get your 4 motor arms. You also receive your Mobius dampener or your HD camera dampener, and these are your supports that come with it for the frame, along with the dampeners and all the bolts and screws and stuff that you need with it. And you also get basic instructions in terms of how to actually assemble it. So that'll pretty much get you going and get the thing together. Okay, so what you've got is your top part of the frame. the lower portion. This is where your flight controller will actually mount and most of your electronics will go, and this will be the lower portion. So these arms will sort of go in like so. And then you've got your top plate, which will sit up above it. Now what's also available as an optional extra is this lift kit. So what this will allow you to do is basically position it between the two lower portions of the frame, and it'll give you spacing to allow you to fit the ESC underneath the frame, as opposed to having it mounted on the arms. It just takes some of the wiring and the mess away from the quadcopter. So I'll yet to try these out. I'm going to do a second build with this multi-rotor, and what I'll do is actually fit these out and see exactly how they go. So that's a fantastic idea. Now also available for this multi-rotor is this mount here, and as you've probably guessed, this is for the GoPro. So it allows you to actually mount the GoPro on one of these multi-rotors, these little mini quads. And surprisingly, I tried mine with the SunnySkys and it had no dramas whatsoever lifting a GoPro. And as far as flight performance goes, it really wasn't affected that much at all. There's not much difference between the Mobius and the GoPro, other than the fact you've got a more expensive camera on board. So with the next build that we do, we will be building it with a NAS. I'm not sure exactly what motor options we're going to go with, whether we're going to go with the RCX or other type of motors or the SunnySkys, but we'll see exactly how we go, and we'll try and build and possibly even do a build video on this and show exactly how we go about assembling it all. What we'll do now is basically cut to some flight footage, and you can see exactly how this multi-rotor actually performs in the sky. So here we are with Thomas, and he is shaking and freezing, and hopefully he's going to fly the CGX without destroying it. What do you reckon?
Yes, well, I probably won't break it. It's more that hopefully I don't shake the aircraft like that.
You're going to have to get used to my settings, so I've actually tamed mine down heaps more. So there's a lot more throttle curve around the midsection, so keep that in mind, okay? So she should be pretty precise, but...
I'll start off slow and I'll work my way up.
Go for it.
Tame down, no kidding.
But she, as soon as you kick her over beyond a certain point, she will really kick in and respond.
Really, I'll stop it. Okay, this is nice. Oh, wow.
Okay, you're hiking here. How did that feel to you?
It was really smooth.
That was a really fast pass, you did. How did it feel from your goggles perspective?
Kind of scary, but kind of cool.
You didn't go through, did you?
Yeah, I did.
That was a pretty fast.
Okay, that's a money shot, man. If you see that, oh, that was magic. It's like when you're not shaking and it's nice weather. Oh, well, the wind, not so much. It's more just that I'm actually shaking the controls.
Thomas is actually shaking.
Like I'm generally shaking the controls, and this happened before, and the footage came out really bad because basically I was shaking. I know the actual aircraft's vibrating.
Look at his knees. He's trying to keep them straight. He's trying to stop them from vibrating. He's got little goosebumps all over there.
Okay, I'm going to try doing this pass again because I really like this pass. It looks good if you do it right, but it's not the easiest shot to do.
It's hard because this corner gets tight as you come around. You notice that?
Yeah.
So here he comes. It really kicks around there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I actually came through a wild one doing that one before and I completely missed it. I had to shoot up and went over the trees and everything. It was the only way to avoid destroying it. We're trying to keep this CGX-250 in one piece because I've still got to do the review.
I love that pass. I did a bit slower this time, but it was a bit more controlled, I think.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay, this is what he's going to try and do.
Okay. Let's line up this. I will go through the hedge thing, but I'm not confident with that yet.
Okay, you got to get used to the feel of mine anyway.
Oh, yours did it beautifully. Yours went through that beautifully.
There you go, he's through.
Around it all. Now we try to do this thing.
You coming back towards us?
Yeah, along the Colosseum bit.
So here he comes.
We call this place the Colosseum, so you know, yeah. It's a bit like the Colosseum.
Go around that tree.
This one?
Yeah.
Facing it?
Just go, no, go around it.
Okay.
Now go straight there. See those hedges? Go to the left of it a bit, in between, keep it there. All the way through.
I've done this before.
And there's a gap coming up and you can take it whenever you want.
Gap?
Oh, doesn't matter, keep going around if you want to. That's good.
Gap?
I didn't do that. And just, that's it, beautiful.
That one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something I haven't tried with mine yet actually. I just saw something. So I know I'm ruining the shot, but I've done that shot a couple of times anyway, so I should have something. I want to explore another area. And there's a hole there for a tree, but the tree's not there.
Yeah.
I freaked out there because I thought, oh crap, there's a tree there, but there's no tree. No tree. Okay. Let's explore. I'm gonna approach this really slowly because I don't want to stuff this up. Success! That was so controlled, man. That's amazing. You got so much control on this thing.
Did you lose a bit of vision there? There was a person there.
There's a person there, that's why.
Oh, beeping.
That's bring her in.
How was that?
That was good. Oh gosh, my hand's hurting from that. These things are really tight. Take it off for now. That was really, really good. The precision is really, really crazy.
So do you reckon the throttle curve I put in there was actually quite good?
Yes, it's very good for precision flying. Yeah, I think I'd go a bit more, maybe a bit more throws for me.
Yeah.
It's just my style. I prefer having it a bit more.
It's like your Texuma. You actually like a bit more.
Yeah.
You want it to respond as soon as you want it.
Yours is really precise. Really good with the throttle. The throttle's nice. You've nailed the throttle.
Especially that there's a part over here. As you follow this curve around,
it just gets a bit sharper.
It really tightens up over here, and all of a sudden you realise you're actually approaching this, aren't you? Really hard. You got to really bank it up, don't you?
And then going through that bit, oh, that bit was magical. I can't wait to see the footage.
So is it okay? Do you reckon?
It's beautiful. I love it.
No, it's pretty good, isn't it?
CGX, it's beautiful. Everything about it.
Well, as you can see by the video, it's quite a windy day. Actually, both the flights you've seen in this video have been on really, really windy days, haven't they?
Yeah.
And this one you're watching at the moment, this was at Phillip Island, and those of you that follow our Facebook channel would realise how windy it was. I think we're getting 25 km/h gusts and so on. So, as you can see, the quadcopter actually handled it quite well. Both days, unfortunately, we've had really strong winds, haven't we, really, the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we haven't had much of a chance to fly at all.
So what are your thoughts on the CGX-250?
I think it's a really good airframe. It's 250 size means it's obviously really tiny, but you can actually still fit the full equipment quite comfortably.
You're correct. Equipment-wise, I mean, look, it's not a DJI 450 or something like that, but having said that, being such a small frame, I'm actually running full-size gear in this, and it fits quite well, doesn't it?
Yes, and the flight characteristics, it's very kind of smooth, like when you aileron and stuff like that. It's not that super sharp, it's not super soft either. It's a nice medium.
It is. Well, anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it gives you a bit of an idea of what the CGX-250 is like. Both Thomas and myself absolutely love it, highly recommend it. A lot of our friends have actually purchased this, and they seem to like it too, as in we've got people on Facebook that have actually purchased it that we know of. So all in all, a big thumbs up. Links and all the details are in the description. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you later.
See ya.